Okay, I'm showing how easy it is to replace an existing controller with the ImoLaza controller. I'm going to wire it. The system actually has, I'll show you. The new controller has 224 volt power, which I'm not going to use, 2 sensor inputs that I'm also not going to use, two common locations for it to be able to run 2 sets of wires, presumably. The master valve one, which I am going to use, so obviously I'm going to use one common, the master valve, and then it has stations 1 through 8. And then it also has a little power port to be able to supply power to it with the provided power pack. And that is what I'm going to replace. So I'm going to continue by putting on the provided stickers. And the provided stickers is this right here, which simply tags all of these so that I get the correct wires on the correct screws, basically, so that the controller will work seamlessly. Okay, so start by removing the wire and then taking, that's the C, so the common, so I would find the C on here and simply pop that off and then fold it around. Probably not the best way to fold it around. I didn't quite get it on there right. You want to try to center that just like that, and then when you pinch them together, that's not quite where I wanted it, but it's pretty close, so that it will, and now says that that's the common wire. And then I'm going to continue that same thing with all of them. Okay, now I just carefully pull this through so that I don't rip any of those off. And now all of those are tagged. You gotta remove the old controller. And it's gonna go in this hole. There we go, hooks on just like that. So this is their indoor controller. It is it's called their Mini. I haven't tried this one before, but I have another one of theirs. This has worked fabulously. I've tested it for an entire year. Those are already out quite a ways actually, and they're hard to screw in, so I'm going to carefully use a drill. Okay, now just a warning on this. If you use a drill, I guarantee that it says do not use a drill, so if you break it, it's on you, so be careful. I was being cautious not to over tighten it so that it wouldn't cause damage. Power it up. Obviously it's currently looking for a signal because it hasn't been connected yet. This can press this up inside a little bit so it's hidden a little more, and put the provided cover on it so it looks a little better. Wrong direction. There we go. And now it's ready for connection. That took less than 10 minutes. This is just a basic app overview. So you have to download the ImoLaza app and you sign in and name the controller. You got to make sure that you have it connected to the internet first, actually. Then you set the location so that it can get the proper ET information, and you set up the you start by setting up individual zones, The zones, I'm only going to show how one zone is set up here. Basically, you go through and you set the individual properties for that zone. In this case, I'm going to set the type of plant, and then after setting the type of plant, I check at the bottom to make sure that the root zone and the crop coefficient is the same or is correct. I usually don't change them, but maybe you have deeper roots. The next portion I would go to is you're making the selection for the type of sprinkler head. And once you have the type of sprinkler head set, then you want to make sure that the other stuff like soil type, sunlight, slope, area, and allowed depletion are all correct. Then what I'm showing here is I typically make sure that not just the coefficient and root depth is correct, but also that the application rate, this is the most important part, the application rate and the efficiency need to be set. After doing this for each zone, your controller will then be smartly automated.